Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to St. John Baptist De La Salle Field, part of the Brother George Snyden Athletic Complex here on the campus of De La Salle Collegiate in Warren, Michigan for Homecoming 2025. We got a special one here for you this afternoon. The Pilots playing their first ever homecoming game here on the Warren campus since moving here to 1982. Kevin Tenry, class of 03, alongside Andrew Todd, Jalul Monteser. We're here with your call this afternoon as the Pilots take on the Panthers of River Rouge.
Absolutely. It's been a great season for both of these teams. Somebody's going to have to win this one, though. Both teams hungry for a win. I'm excited for this.
Both teams struggling to put wins up on the board, but both teams dealing with extremely tough schedules. And right now what you're seeing are the faculty and staff of De La Salle presenting the Stars and Stripes, the colors for today's national anthem. We will pause for the anthem and our prayer before we begin to get the kickoff in just a few moments. Welcome back here to St. John Baptist De La Salle Field for Homecoming 2025. Again, the national anthem there, the Stars and Stripes being presented by the De La Salle faculty and staff. Quick big shout out to all the faculty and staff, especially the Brothers of the Christian Schools, for participating not only this week in Spirit Week, but actively participating in today's game. It is because of these great teachers that we have the top education opportunities we have here at De La Salle. But as we move forward here to the game, the captains making their way out to the center of the field with a special honorary captain here for the Pilots this afternoon. Mr. Bud Mann from the De La Salle class of 1943, recently turned 100 years old last week. Mr. Mann is the now oldest living alumnus for De La Salle Collegiate. He has been asked by Coach Dan Roan and the rest of the team to be the honorary captain for this afternoon's homecoming game. So again, a happy belated birthday to Mr. Mann, who turned 100 years old last week. He is now our honorary captain for today. We will pause here while they take the coin flip.
From the class of 1943, who recently celebrated his 100th birthday. Please join me in welcoming Cardinals family alongside the DeLaSalle and Riverview captains.
So again, just awaiting the coin toss here at the 50-yard line. Waiting for the rest of the officials here to join us, the head referee. Again, the honorary captain for the Pilots this afternoon, Mr. Budman from the class of 1943, recently celebrating his 100th birthday last week. I want to thank Bud for participating in today's game. As Mr. Mann turns 100 years old, don't forget next year, DeLaSalle will be celebrating its 100th anniversary as an institution. Visit the DeLaSalle webpage at delasallehs.com. You'll see the link there to our 100-year anniversary selection page. There's a number of events that will be happening next year to celebrate the school's 100th birthday, including a special 100-year anniversary mass that will take place right here on campus on September 12th. Then on October 3rd, the 100-year anniversary gala will be taking place at the Detroit Institute of Arts. River Rouge has won the toss, has elected to defer. Pilots will take the football. And here we go. Pilots offense will take the field first. Looking for a fast start. Pilots have been turnover prone in their first few series so far this season, looking to limit the turnovers. If they can get off to a faster start, fellas, it should be a good, quick afternoon here for the Pilots. Both of these teams pretty evenly matched.
Running, I think, is going to be a very important game for the Pilots, them having control of the ball, making sure they're not turning it over. Many drills and practice has been essential for keeping the ball in their possession.
Running game been somewhat stifling for the Pilots lately.
Fumbles, turnovers, really whatever's happened to them has not been good. They're trying to keep their defense off the field as much as possible today.
Senior running back Micah Walker, the leading rusher for the Pilots. He only has 116 yards on the season, only averaging 3 yards per carry. Senior Anthony Batani, the linebacker and sometimes Wildcat quarterback, coming in with only 48 rushing yards. So the Pilots really looking to get the ground game going today, get that attack, keep the speed up, and keep the pressure on the Panthers.
Communication up front is also going to be very essential. The linemen have to be sure to clear open those gaps for the runners.
This is a very young Pilots team. They're looking to build on their experience. Don't let this 1-4 record fool you, though. This is the first team that the Pilots have played this season not ranked within the top 10 in the state, not just in their division, but in the entire state. So as we're ready here to receive the kickoff, number 7, Antoine Clark to kick it away here for the Panthers. Damian King, senior wide receiver. And the kick is up. Fielded there at the 20, brought out to the 25 and knocked out of bounds.
That was
Joey Marasco, number 12, junior, taking that. And now here comes the Pilot offense.
Pilots are going to need a strong start on offense here.
Pilot offense is led by sophomore quarterback Grayston Thurston. A lot of hype about Grayson coming in. He certainly has the arm strength to be a good quarterback. But some of the inexperience up front here for the Pilots, forcing them into early trouble and early turnovers, and we got a quick whistle here.
Starting offensive line has Lewis Thomas at center. He's been getting back into the center game after starting the first 3 games of the season at left guard, while the current left guard, number 50, Ryan Pulowski, started taking the job as center, and he was pretty good at it. Of course, we've had a few changes, including number 67, on the Pilots. Finn Stoop recently taking the position as starting left guard last week against Detroit Catholic Central. But we're back to Thomas and Pulowski next to each other with Grayson Sukot at left tackle, Will Huskin at right guard, and we have Blake Matlock at right tackle.
Thurston's in the gun. He's got Walker to his right, Damian King all the way to the bottom of your screen. Thurston looks the pass complete out across the 30 to the 36-yard line. Pass caught there by Jackson Torr, the junior wide receiver. Jackson was busy last week, against Catholic Central, catching majority of the passes.
Route running is going to be crucial for these wide receivers and the Pilots. There's no room for error on this first drive.
Thurston hands it off to Walker. Walker goes straight up the middle, fights his way down to the 35. It looks like he has enough for the first down, and he does. Call it a gain of 3, and the Pilots pick up a quick first down. Pilots getting to the line here quickly. They will do this. They'll get to the line, they'll check, then they'll look over again for another play. Thurston, though. Thurston's got it, takes, looks, now he rolls out. He's looking deep, runs, throws it in just out of the hands of Vince Batani. He had him open there in the flat, ball just sailed on him out of his hands. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
And these are mistakes the Pilots absolutely cannot make, especially early in the game. Catching passes, getting up the gut, getting yards on every play. One thing they certainly can't do is get moved back.
Pilots have been pretty good on the pre-snap penalties for the most part, especially in the last 2 weeks, cleaning that up. Thurston takes it. He fakes the handoff. All swing pass over to Walker. Walker across the 40 to the 42, where he'll be knocked out of bounds. Tackle there by Leland Burns Jackson of River Runes. Brings up a 3rd and a long 3 here. Thurston takes a step. Looks to his left, throws, is caught by Turr. Across the 45 to the 49-yard line. Brings up another first down here for the Pilots. They get to the line again quickly. Thurston again in the gun. He's got Walker to his right, Damian King at the bottom of your screen. It's Batani in the slot. Takes the handoff, keeps it himself, and Grayson's going to fight. He's going to get 8, maybe 9 yards, depending on the spot. I'm going to call it a gain of 9 across the 50 into Panthers territory.
Great rush there by the sophomore quarterback. Everybody always thinks he can only throw the ball. Absolutely not. He charges forward. He is not afraid to put his body on the line, especially for a first down.
2nd and a long 1 here from the 44. Thurston checks the sideline, gets the new play call in. Thurston takes the snap. He looks to his right. He's going to fire to the outside. He's got King at the hash marks. Steps away from a tackle there, down to the 30, past the 25, finally knocked out of bounds by number 22, Kalen Green. But a big play there, and the one thing the Panthers don't want to see is Damian King with the ball in space. Plenty of speed and quickness from number 2. Quickly dodging one tackle there, moving the Pilots quickly downfield. They get back to the line, though, to set. King swings up to the top of your screen now in the slot. Thurston takes. He's going to hand off to Walker. Walker's going to go straight up the middle. He's going to fight his way past the 25, down close to the 20. They're going to mark him down at the 19. Call it a gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 5 here for the Pilots.
Great job by the O-line on that play. One of the things that they've focused on in practice recently is protecting your gap, getting whoever is approaching your gap, and just letting the running back feed off of that, and that's exactly what they did just now. Gave Micah Walker plenty of time.
Zach Wagner, the tight end, in motion. Thurston's going to roll to his left. Now he's going to spin. Now he's going to throw the back in the end zone for King, overthrown. King was able to get a little bit of separation on it. A lot of great deep balls last week against Catholic Central by Grayson Thurston. 2 of them in the back of the end zone that actually popped out and in and out of Damian King's hands. So they do have a deep ball connection there. Just overthrown. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. 9:08 to play here in the first quarter. First possession for the Pilots. Ball on the Panther 19-yard line. Thurston takes, hands it up to Walker. Walker skips over down to the right side of the line. Down past the 15. Fighting his way, the rest of the offensive line trying to give him a push. They're going to blow it dead there. Ball's going to be on the 15-yard line. Still no indication from the referees. Now they will say it's a first down.
Michael Walker, I mean, what a drive for the kid. He knows what's on the line here. First ever game that he's played here.
Great heads-up play and cut to his right by Walker. Gives the Pilots another first down inside the red zone. King now moves to the bottom of your screen. Wagner, the tight end. He goes in motion. Thurston takes. He's looking. Beautiful pass there to Turr right across the middle of the slot. Jackson Turr ran right by the defender. Great pickup and read and throw by Thurston. Touchdown, Pilots.
I mean, they knew you were going to feed. You knew they were going to feed Turr right there. I mean, obviously, great pass. Thurston sees that opportunity. He is not going to waste it.
Threw him a fastball right down the middle, right into his hands. Turr also the place kicker for the Pilots, so he will attempt the PAT. And we get a quick officials timeout here. Mouthguard equipment problem. They'll allow the substitution before the PAT. High snap, but the kick is up and good. So good quick start here for the Pilots. Able to take the opening possession, drive straight down. Great mix of run and pass. Connection from Thurston to Turr for the touchdown. And with 8:46 remaining to play here in the first quarter, the Pilots with a quick 7-0 lead.
Obviously a great start for them, feeding their receivers, getting the ball off, getting good yards on every play. That's what their offense is going to need to be able to do to execute. Great
push by this young and inexperienced offensive line here from the Pilots, being able to surge. Walker with a couple of heads-up cuts as he gets the running game going a little bit. But again, credit the eyesight of Grayson Thurston, being able to hit Jackson Turr, who slipped behind the defender in the flat, caught a fastball right on the move. Easy touchdown there for the Pilots. Turr now to kick it away. And that will sail off into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pilot defense led by, a squadron of different guys have been able to have big impact plays here on defense so far. Chase Bohanna, though, leads the team with 19 total tackles. Anthony Batani right behind him with 15. It'll be number 19, Bryce Jackson at quarterback here for the Panthers. Jackson takes, he looks, quick pass out there to Cartier Scott Wiley. Still on his feet. Brought down there past the 30.
And we have a penalty marker on the field.
There's a flag down on the field. Back near the line of scrimmage. We're going to get a hold there on the Panthers, so take the yards away, back them up 10. That's going to back these Panthers up all the way back to their 10-yard line. Good chance here for the Pilot defense to get a good push up front. Challenge River Rouge early in a long yardage situation as they have the ball deep in their own end.
It's a great time for the Pilots to push them back even more. A stop here would be amazing for their defense.
Jackson looks. He's going to hand it off. Nothing going there. Pilots ready for it. Antoine Clark there, the carrier for the Panthers. William Cartwright, the junior defensive tackle, on the stop for the Pilots. Met him right at the line there. It's going to be a 2nd down and 20. No gain on the play. 7:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Pilots have the early 7-0 lead. 3 wideouts to the top of your screen for Jackson. Jackson in the gun. Clark goes in motion now to his right. Jackson takes. He looks to his left. He climbs. Pass is complete to Amar Fulilov. Damian King on the stop there for the Pilots. Gain of 5. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 for the Panthers.
Look at Damian King playing both sides of the ball. Very athletic on the Pilots.
A lot of tackles for Damian last week against the Shamrocks. Damian has proven himself to be a key player on both sides of the ball here. 3 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Jackson takes. He's going to look to his right. Looks, pumps, now throws. Pass is caught.
Just going to be short of the 1st down.
Pass was completed to Nate Stallworth. They're going to mark him about half a yard short. So it's going to be 4th down and short here for the Panthers. Panthers offense, though, staying on the field. Looks like they are going to go for it. And now looks like they're going to punt. Full sail change here for River Rouge. A little bit of confusion on the River Rouge sideline. King's going to head back and to field the punt. Mason Granberry, the punter. Now we're going to get a whistle. See, are there going to be a delay of game? Nope. False start on River Rouge. And the punt team being called over to the sidelines here by the River Rouge coaching staff. Clock will continue to run. Just want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing and they have their assignments. King back for the Pilots, awaiting the punt. He's on his own 40. Awaiting the punt from Granberry. Low snap, Granberry up. High short punt's going to land just on the Pilot side of the 50. King's just going to let it bounce and go. And it'll take a Panther roll down to the Pilot 30-yard line before it is downed. So with 5:03 left to play here in the first. Good first defensive series for the Pilots, helped out by the holding penalty. So Thurston and company will take over. They're going to spot the ball on the 29-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pilots. 5:03 to play here. 7-0 Pilots early in the first quarter here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. First homecoming game ever to be played on this field here on the Warren campus. Thurston checks the line. He's in the gun. King a solo wideout at the bottom of your screen. Thurston takes. He's going to hand the ball off to Walker. Walker tries to get out to the outside. Nothing doing there. He runs right in behind of Kenjon Rogers, the defensive end.
Great stop there by River Rouge. That's what they're going to have to try and do to penetrate the Pilots, starting to read the plays a little bit for them. Pilots offense going to have to overcome this.
Rogers able to get off his block and keep Walker from getting to the outside, where he's had some success in the first series. Thurston takes, fakes, hands off, looks to throw. Now throws to the outside, wide of Damian King. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 here for the Pilots. 4:26 remaining in the first.
Passing cannot be an issue for the Pilots today. This passing was the main focus of their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Got to keep pushing it.
King goes into motion. He's in the slot. Thurston takes it. He fakes to Walker. Now he's in trouble. Now he's got to move. Picks up, throws. He's got a wide open Jackson Tour just out of his hands. Tour threw it, though. There's a flag down on the play. They're going to flag Thurston here. I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage before he threw that pass.
Even if he was not beyond the line of scrimmage, you're not going to see a pass like that very often. Just couldn't convert.
Thurston did a good job escaping pressure. Had to float it up there just out of the reach of Tour, who was wide open.
That would have been 6.
So, yep, they are going to flag Thurston for the pass beyond the line, beyond the gain line. So they're going to back him up here. Still counts as a loss of down. Now brings up a 4th down and 15 for the Pilots. So the Pilots will go ahead and punt it away here. Tour back with the punt.
Pilots not as lucky on this drive.
And it's a fake. Not a fake, though. Tour avoided pressure, still managed to get the kickoff. Kick will bounce at the Panther 45-yard line before bouncing out of bounds. They're going to mark it out at the 47-yard line. Great job there by Jackson Tour to avoid the pressure and still get the kickoff. Heads-up play there by Jackson Tour. And what could have been a big defensive special teams play by the Panthers. Instead, Tour gets the punt off. And now the Panthers offense are going to try to look to get things moving here.
Pilots defense had a good start, a couple tackles, did not let River Rouge move the ball at all, except for a couple passes early in their drive. But River Rouge is up they're up 30 yards from last drive, so let's see what the defense is going to do about this one.
Man in motion for River Rouge. He's going to take it on the end around. Nothing doing there as he's grabbed as he passes the line of scrimmage by Ryan Baxa. It was Cartier Scott Wiley on the carry for the Panthers. Short gain, they're going to call it 2nd down and 9 here. 3:45 remaining to play here in the first. Pilots still up 7-0. Second offensive possession here for the Panthers. Jackson comes out in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left, one to his right. Antoine Clark to his right as a running back. Jackson takes it in the gun. He looks to throw. Still waiting. Finally pressured. Rolls out to his right. Still looking to throw. Throws it downfield, and he's just going to throw it away. Trying to hit Justin Cummings on the deep route. Great coverage there by the secondary. Jackson had nothing to do but to kind of run around and see if one of his guys was open. Pilot defensive front, though, needs to apply a little bit more pressure.
Absolutely. They cannot give that quarterback time to throw. Otherwise, they could very much so complete passes.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 here for the Panthers. 3:04 left to go in the first. Jackson takes in the gun. Pilots show blitz. They're coming straight at him, and he's going to be sacked.
Finally, exactly what the Pilots needed.
Joey Marasco, the defensive back, coming in on a blitz. Came right through the middle part of the line. Big sack there, a 15-yard loss for the Panthers. It's now going to bring up 4th and about 20 for the Panthers.
It's great that the Pilots are finding new ways to penetrate this defense. It's what they're going to need to do if they want to keep their defense off the field.
Low snap hits the turf. Granberry able to get it. Sails it out of bounds. It's going to be marked out at the 45-yard line. And that's where the Pilots will take over. So with 2:17 left to play here in the first quarter, the Pilots up 7-0. Great defensive stand there again for the Pilots. Coming on a 15-yard sack by Joey Marasco, flying through the line.
Pilots offense trying to convert on this play.
Thurston's got it. Hands it off to Brady Bullock. Gain of 4 for Bullock's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Pilots. Pilots again get to the line quickly. Bullock still in there as the running back. Wagner goes in motion. He sets, fakes the handoff. Thurston rolls out. Now he's going to hit Wagner. Wagner across the 45. As he gets knocked out, he fumbles the ball out of bounds.
Good catch by Wagner, but ball security is going to be key in this game, especially.
Ball's going to be placed on the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and a yard for the Pilots. So again, good fake to Bullock. Bullock stays in the game at running back. King the wideout to the bottom part of your screen. Bullock's just going to take it, go straight up the middle. He's got the 1st down as he plows ahead over the 40 down to the 39. Good, strong run there by Brady Bullock, just getting the job done and move the chains. Clock continues to run here. Under a minute to go here in the first. Pilots up 7-0. They're driving now inside Panther territory. Now Walker joins in there. Bullock at fullback. He moves to the right side of the line. King moves up into the slot. Quick hard count there by Grayson Thurston, trying to get the Panthers to jump. They stay put. He barks a new line in at the line. Thurston now to pass. He floats one across the middle. Caught by Tour. Great threading the needle pass there by Thurston. Threading it in between the defensive backs into the open arms of Jackson Tour. That kind of route running into the flat guys is something that Jackson Tour has been specializing, especially in the last 3 weeks here for the Pilots.
Absolutely. He is a crucial receiver for the Pilots. Great at catching passes, great at running the ball. He's improved on his routes, and everything's going well for him so far.
Tour came in leading the team in catches with 21. He is yet, though, to score a touchdown this year. Thurston now to King at the end around. Damian makes it out to the outside. He's knocked down by Stallworth there as the clock runs out. So at the end of the first quarter here, the Pilots up 7-0 here against River Rouge.
Faculty and discover why yourself and educating the whole student mind, body.
Amazing 27 goals and 10 assists.
Attention all 8th graders. The 3rd annual Roger Ziemba Math Scholarship Competition will take place Monday, November 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. Thanks to the generosity of Mr. Ziamba, class of 72, scholarship awards have grown to an incredible $60,000. Don't miss your chance to test your skills and earn big for your future at De La Salle Collegiate. Register today on our website. Obviously a great first quarter for the Pilots, especially Jackson Turr. Route running, catching the ball, and even getting in the end zone for 6 has all been good to him. What are the Pilots going to need to do to be able to keep this up?
Just do everything they've been doing. I mean, they had a really good defense to start the game. They held River Rouge a lot. The offense get going a little more in the running game. They say completing passes going down the field. It's going to be a great night for Pilots.
River Rouge limited to only 15 yards of offense so far in the first quarter. Pilots were able to take their first possession, march all the way down, had to punt on their second. This is their third possession here as they set up inside the red zone of the Panthers. Beautiful afternoon here on the campus of Warren De La Salle, the first homecoming game played here since 1982 when the school moved locations from the city of Detroit. First official homecoming game and only the second ever varsity game held here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. Quick whistle here from the officials waiting to start. There's an injured player here for the Panthers on the back on the far side of the field, so they're just waiting for the player to make his way off. Again, Pilots looking for their quick start so far, boys, and they got it. Taking that opening possession down and scoring. First time the Pilots have done that since their opening game against Hamtramck. Couple great heads-up running plays by Micah Walker.
O-line holding up well, especially on the run plays. They've been pounding the rock behind Lewis Thomas and Ryan Pulowski most of the time into that A or B gap, and it's working for them.
Nearly getting a jump there as Thurston with the hard count. He looks back over, gets the new play call. Walker to his left. Thurston takes, he looks right. He's going to launch one into the corner of the end zone for King, and it's going to be overthrown. Thurston put it where only his guy could get to it. Damien not quite getting the separation this time. Ball slightly overthrown. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 here for the Pilots. 11:53 remaining here in the second.
2 good throws by Thurston, trying to hit King in the back of the end zone both times. Is yet to be successful.
Pilots here deep in the red zone. You would think this would be 4-down territory for Coach Roan. Looking to put pressure onto River Rouge. Thurston takes, hands off to Walker. Walker straight up the middle, makes a cut, makes a man miss. Up, down, past the 15, down past the 10 to the 8-yard line. Great run and cut there by Micah Walker.
Ball came out there for a second. Thankfully, I think Walker was able to get back on it. Nearly disastrous for them.
So they're going to mark the ball here at the 8-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and goal here for the Pilots. Anthony Batani, senior captain, spent a lot of time in the Wildcat last year for the Pilots. He's going to take the direct snap. He runs led up past the line into the end zone. Touchdown, Pilots. Batani doing what he does best. Take the ball, run hard, run forward, and, hey, try to stop me. Batani powers his way into the end zone there. Great 3rd possession here for the Pilots. Tor now on to attempt the point after.
Obviously a great run there from Anthony. Tor trying to make it a 14-0 game. And he does.
Kick up and good. Good hold there by Damian King. So with 11:19 left to play here in the second quarter, Pilots looking good early, up 14-0 against the Panthers.
highschool.com to get started on the pilot trip.
Tour here now to kick it away for the Pilots. Nate Stallworth back. And we're going to whistle there on the squib. Offsides on the Pilots. So they're going to back the Pilots up 5 yards. Tour will try it again here from the 35-yard line.
Small mistakes is what's going to cost the Pilots here in the second quarter. They had a good start to it. They can't ruin it now.
Remember, Rouge trying to get their kickoff team back out onto the field. Coach is asking for a little clarification there. Rouge not having enough men on the field. One man ran in late. The ball, though, is fielded at the 20-yard line. Here's Cartier Scott Wiley. He's across. He's finally going to get yanked down there by Vince Dawson.
That was a great stop. Thought he could get outside there. Pilots defense all over that.
Cartier Scott Wiley with the speed as he tried to cut across the field. Ball's going to be placed on the 36-yard line, and that is where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10. 11:07 left to play here in the second. Pilots up 14-0 here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field for homecoming 2025. Jackson in the gun. He's got 3 receivers bunched up to the top of the screen. He looks. Quick flare out there. Caught by Cartier Scott Wiley. Tries to make one man miss, and he does. Then he's swallowed up by a squadron of Pilots led there by Anthony Batani and Chase Bohanna. It's going to be no gain on the play, though. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Jackson in the gun. Antoine Clark to his right. Under center. Takes the snap, hands it off, nearly dropped it. Handoff there to Roland Berry. Berry got into the line of scrimmage, got maybe a yard. They're going to call it 3rd down and 9 here for the Panthers. Good stop up front here by the Pilots. 3rd possession here for the Panthers.
Pilots defense still all over this Panthers offense, not allowing any yardage whatsoever, and it's 3rd and long.
Jackson in the gun. He's got Berry there to his left. Takes. He's going to look left. Throws across the middle. That pass is going to be caught. Down into Pilot territory, down near the 40-yard line. Catch made there by Amari Fullalove. $20-yard pass, 1st down here for the Panthers. First time they've had the ball in Pilot territory. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 here at the 40. Good pass there by Jackson, threading the needle across the middle.
Good tackle by David Williams. Likely the saving tackle. He had a couple men there to back him up, but that to his right was wide open.
Cartier Scott Wiley, the wideout down at the bottom of your screen. Jackson moves under center. From the Tooks, he's going to hand it off there to Antoine Clark. Clark across the left side gets maybe a yard. They're going to call it 2nd down and 9 here for the Panthers. 8:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Pilots up 14-0.
Pilots defense still going strong. They've moved Will Cartwright to defensive end, Jane Davies to his other end, and Terrell Turner and Cam Burgess, the two powerful D tackles on the inside. Still trying to overcome their gaps there, Burgess and Turner.
Pilots make their switches. Jackson again goes under center. Takes a snap, turns, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to try to throw deep. He's got a man wide open, and Cartier Scott Wiley, he finds him deep. For a 35-yard pass and a Panther touchdown. Pilots all bunched up there at the line expecting run.
Really quick, great job there by Wiley. Deandra Mapp on defense right there. I think he just got outrun, waited a little bit too long for that.
Wiley creating great separation and a great downfield long throw by Jackson. Gets the Panthers on the board, and they try to cut the deficit here in half. Mason Granberry out to attempt the extra point here for the Panthers. And the kick is up and good. So Panthers find some life here on offense with a deep connection. Jackson hitting Scott Wiley wide open there for a 35-yard touchdown pass. So with 7:46 remaining to play here in the second quarter, Pilots got the one touchdown advantage. They're up 14-7.
Did you know that 99 years ago on September 12, 1926, De La Salle Collegiate opened its doors near Detroit City Airport? It was the very first students. Please save the date for next September 12th for mass enrollment at our De La Salle campus on October 3rd for the 100-year gala at the Detroit Institute of Arts. Visit the De La Salle website's 100-year anniversary page for more events.
Truly a great milestone there for De La Salle as River Rouge ready to kick off. Number 18, Mason Granberry to kick it for the Panthers.
Number 2, Damian King set to take the kick. Granberry comes in. King will have a chance to field it. He will take it up now past the 20, makes one man miss, fights his way down past the 30 to the 34-yard line. We're actually going to mark him down at the 32. Kalen Green on the tackle there for the Panthers, and now the Pilot offense coming back out.
After that River Rouge score, Pilots likely going to try and keep it at 2 scores, trying to pile up points on the board before halftime.
7:39 remaining here in the second. Pilots up 14-7. Thurston, high snap, takes, looks, throws. He's got Tour, makes the catch, nearly drops it, does, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. He never had control of the ball, did not make a football move as it bounced in and out of his hand, so it is an incomplete pass. Everybody held their breath there. Everybody jumping up and down on the sidelines for River Rouge, thinking they might have forced a fumble. Did not have clean possession, did not make a football move. So an incomplete pass.
Everyone there taking a sigh of relief. He didn't take enough steps or make a move.
Fake the handoff to Walker here as Thurston rolls out. Now he's got to try to make one man miss. He does. He's going to throw it away. We got a flag thrown at the 50, downfield by the back judge. So we'll see what this is. This could either be a preliminary indication is going to be a hold on River Rouge. Someone had a hold of Damian King's jersey, and it is going to be holding.
Penalties haven't been helpful for either team. Pilots getting a few early, costing them to punt on their second drive of the game. Not trying to do that on this one. Trying to get the ball in the end zone and making a 2-score game once again.
Ball placed on the 43. It'll be a brand new set of downs. 1st and 10 here for the Pilots. Panthers show blitz. Linebackers coming up to the line. Now they back off. New play call coming in. Thurston's got it. He's back in the gun. He's got Walker to his left. Damian King comes into motion there. He's in the slot. Thurston said he's going to sit in the pocket. He's going to throw. The pass is going to be caught by Damian King across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Great catch there to hang on by Damian King the fourth. And just like that, the 25-yard pass gets the Pilots into Panther territory.
Grayson Thurston, accuracy has been one of his strong suits, especially today. He's had 3 passes land right in the breadbasket of his receivers, exactly where you want it to go. All 3 of them resulting in first downs.
Pilots get to the line quickly. Thurston he's going to have to Walker. Walker's going to go straight up the middle, fights his way past the 35, down to the 33-yard line. It's going to be about a gain of 7 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 here for the Pilots. Toward the deep out, all the way to the top of your screen. Vince Batani, Malone. Handoff again is to Walker. He tries to spin his way through the middle. And he's going to get a gain of 4. Good enough there for a Pilot first down. Walker fighting his way past the 30-yard line. Ball's going to be spotted at the 29. Thurston in the gun. Looks now. Holds. Clock continues to run. 5:54 remaining here in the second before halftime. Thurston takes. He's going to give it to Walker. Walker trying to break it to the outside. Cuts back inside. Makes one man miss. Fights his way across the middle. They're going to spot the ball at the 26-yard line. Gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up here for the Pilots. River Rouge did win the toss, elected to defer. Panthers will get the ball at the half. Pilots trying to make it a 2-score game before that, though.
Good running by Micah Walker, getting yards no matter what for his team.
Thurston takes. He looks. Now he's got to step up. Now he's just going to take off. He's still looking to throw. And he's going to get pushed and shoved out of bounds. Careful to tiptoe the line of scrimmage so he wasn't over it. There's a flag down on the field. And they're going to call holding against the offensive line. 10-yard penalty is going to back him up. Not what you wanted in this situation. Nobody able to get open for Thurston. He tried to scramble, tried to stay behind the line of scrimmage. Panthers get the holding call.
I believe that penalty was on number 76 of the Pilots. Grayson Sucott was held on a little too long.
Ball spotted on the 36, going to bring up 2nd down now and 18 here for the Pilots. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Damian King solo man up at the top. They're going to have a little dump pass there to Walker. He makes one man miss. He's going to get dragged down behind as he crosses the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Tackle there made by Nate Stallworth of the Panthers. So now we're back to still 3rd and long, but it's going to be 3rd and a long 8 for the Pilots. They get to the line quickly. Clock continues to tick 4:25 remaining here in the second quarter. 3rd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Thurston's just going to keep it, and he's going nowhere, runs right into the meat of the line. Only a gain of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up now 4th down and 6 for the Pilots. Offense staying out on the field, 4-down territory for them.
This offense doing
Pilots going for it here on 4th down. Walker now moves to Thurston's right. Thurston looks to pass. Now he's pressured. Now he's got to scramble backwards. He's just going to chuck it out of bounds right into the teeth of the bro zone.
Recently, the River Rouge defense is putting a lot of pressure on Thurston. Not really a blitz, more like the O-line having to pass block a little bit longer, help him get that pass off instead of putting immediate pressure on him. He thrives under pressure, but it is very difficult to get that ball off in just a couple seconds. You got to give your receivers time to run their route and get open.
So that's a turnover on down here for the Pilots. The Panthers will take over. 1st down and 10. With 3:25 remaining here in the second quarter.
Freshman number 87, Jaden Mott, in at cornerback.
Jackson takes. He's going to roll out now. He steps away from some pressure there. Looks forward, and now he's just going to go down. William Cartwright with the pressure there. The Pilots' defensive line really surging through, forcing Jackson to turn back. He takes a big sack. Not what the Panthers wanted as they get the ball back here with under 3 to play in the second.
Got him again. Great job there by Jaden Davies, applying pressure alongside Ryan Baxa. Defense trying to stay strong here. They didn't want that turnover on downs. They're making sure River Rouge gets nothing out of this.
2nd and 20 here for the Panthers. Jackson in the gun. He's got an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the top of his screen. He takes. He's going to look left. Pumps fakes. Got it. Caught there by William Hobbs. It's going to be a short gain. Ball back now to almost to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 here for the Panthers.
Defensive line staying stout here.
Pilot defense trying to make a stand here late in the second quarter. Pilots up 14-7. River Rouge will get the ball back at halftime. Pilots trying to get one more possession before the half. Jackson in the gun. Again, empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left. He checks. He looks that way. He lets one fly right down the middle of the field. He's got a man wide open. That pass is caught at the 50-yard line. And scrambling for it, too. Nate Stallworth, again, finds himself wide open. Great pass there by Jackson. And now the Panthers find themselves inside Pilot territory with 2 to play. Ball has been spotted. Clock now continues to run. 1:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Pilots up 14-7. Rouge trying to tie this game before halftime. They will get the ball back at the half. And now we're going to get a whistle here. We're going to get a timeout by the Panthers.
Calling all 8th graders, don't miss your chance to take the high school placement test at De La Salle Collegiate. This is your first step toward becoming a proud pilot. Register online today and see why De La Salle is a leader in academics, service, and brotherhood. So multiple stops here from the defense, but a first down now, unfortunately, was a crucial mistake for the Pilots. First down and 10 for the Panthers, just inside of De La Salle territory. Under 2 minutes to play. Pilot defense trying to lock up now.
Pilot's defense in the half to stay strong. It's going to feel great for them to go into the half and lead. They got to make the half.
The Panthers doing all of their attack through the air. Jackson has found Nate Stallworth open on multiple occasions here for some deep passes, including that last one. .142 remaining here in the second. Jackson again goes empty. Jackson takes the snap. Looks to his right. That pass is caught by Cartier Scott Wiley. He slips one tackle now. Down to the 30, down off cross, and finally runs out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Slippery move there by Cartier Scott Wiley, and the Panthers are driving. Stops the clock, first down, 1:31 remaining here in the second.
Panthers getting some momentum, trying to get down the field and tie this game. Pilots defense trying to stop it. Defense still trying to hold up here.
Panthers get to the line. Jackson again goes to an empty backfield. Got 3 receivers bunched to the lower part of your screen. Now Clark goes in motion there to the slot. Jackson takes the snap. Looks to his right, steps up, throws. His receiver slipped and fell. Throw was short anyway. Incomplete pass, going to bring up second down and 10. 1:27 remaining here in the half. Ball on the Pilot 27-yard line. Pilots trying to make a defensive stand here before halftime. River Rouge didn't win the toss. They will get the ball at the half, trying to even it up.
River Rouge charging down the field slowly but surely. Pilots defense struggling to prevent them from not being able to run the ball.
Quick and good deep routes by the Panthers. Exposing the Pilots secondary here. Let's see what happens. Jackson stays in the gun. Clark now to his right. Clark takes a snap. Looks to his right, immediately unloads. That pass is going to be caught by Nate Stallworth. Across the 20 to the 18-yard line. He stayed in bounds. Good job there by Ryan Baxa to keep him in bounds, keep that clock moving here. Ball is spotted at the 19-yard line. It's going to be third down and a long 2 for the Panthers. Clock continues to run now, under a minute to play here in the second. River Rouge trying to tie this ball game before going into halftime. Jackson takes, high snap. He's going to hand the ball off there to Clark. Clark going absolutely nowhere. Jaden Davies in there to start with the trip up before he was brought down by another squadron of Pilots. Cameron Burgess there finished him off with the tackle. Clock will now continue to run as it's now fourth down and 5. Clock will run, 21 seconds remaining here.
Great play there by Davies, grabbing onto the legs, allowing the rest of his defensive
River Rouge
line
looks
to
like they're
make the
going to
tackle.
take this all the way down to the very end and call a last-second timeout here. And they will. They will call their second timeout of the half with 4 seconds remaining. So we'll see what River Rouge decides to do. Are they going to attempt the long field goal here? No indication, as their offense was still standing out on the field. No indication if they'll go for the kick or if they will try a last-second Hail Mary into the corner of the end zone. We'll see.
If I'm River Rouge and I trust my kicker, I am going for the field goal here. Better to walk away with points here rather than to risk it, especially if you don't think you're going to come out popping in the second half.
I agree. You getting the ball back here at second half, you need to put some points on the board. You miss this kick or you try to go for it here and come up empty-handed. You're going to be digging yourself into a hole here for the second half. Kicker is out there taking a couple of warm-up strides for the Panthers, so it does look like they will attempt the field goal. He's counting his boys out there too, making sure there's 11 of them. So here we go. 4 seconds remaining here in the half. Pilots with the 14-7 lead. Trying to hold on here. After a couple long explosive pass plays, got the Panthers deep into Pilot territory. The defense has been able to step up. Granberry out to attempt the field goal. Stallworth's going to hold, and now we're going to get a timeout here by the Pilots. So timeout by the Pilots trying to ice the kicker. So here we go. Granberry going to attempt the field goal. 4 seconds here remaining. A 40-yard field goal attempt here for the Panthers to end the half. There's the snap. It's down. That ball might have gotten tipped, and it's going to be no good. Granberry's field goal flutters left of the goalpost. Good defensive stand there by the Pilots. So at the half, it's going to be the Pilots 14, the Panthers of River Rouge 7. We'll be right back for all the second half action here from St. John Baptist De La Salle Field on the campus of Warren De La Salle for Homecoming 2025. We'll see you in 15.
Brotherhood is the number one thing at De La Salle. It's just one big family here.
De La Salle, there's just something that sets it apart. There's a feeling, there's a growth, there's the idea of the builders of boys, makers of men.
They understand that it's a prep school and they're treating it like it's college, which, I mean, I felt like I could take on anything and I'd be ready to go because how well I've been prepped being here.
And welcome back to St. John Baptist De La Salle Field for the second half action between the Pilots and the Panthers. Homecoming 2025 on a special afternoon here on the Warren campus of De La Salle Collegiate. First ever homecoming game played here on the Warren campus. First homecoming game here played at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. Only the second varsity game ever played here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. We want to thank the city of Warren and all of our neighbors, especially those on their rooftops across on Autumn Avenue here behind the stadium, who are watching today's game. Little Wrigley Field action going. People sitting up on the roofs watching high school football. Gotta love it.
Truly a special game if you got watchers on their rooftops. Wondering how they're going to get back down is all I'm asking.
Been a very special afternoon here. The Pilots looking to put their second win into the win column here this season. Pilots, though, did a better job offensively. Scored on their very first possession. Scored on their third possession. Only had 4 possessions there in the first half. They're going to kick it away here to the Panthers to start the second. Jackson Tour had his first receiving touchdown earlier today to kick it off for the Pilots. He boots it deep, and it'll cross the goal line for a touchback. Pilot defense able to make a stand on the very last series. Right before halftime, Rouge came down, had a chance to kick a 40-yard field goal to cut the deficit. Field goal was pushed wide to the left. A couple long, deep passes setting up the Panthers in there. Pilots looking to sharpen up the secondary, not give up so many looks. A lot of wide-open guys deep. Not a whole lot of pressure on Jackson. Something I know Coach Bush is going to try to take care of. But now here's Bryce Jackson again. He's going to set up under center. Jackson takes. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to his left. Quick pass out there to number 16, Philip Mulligan, the tight end. Going to be a short gain of 2. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 here for the Panthers. Ball placed on the 22-yard line.
Defense trying to get off to a hot start, trying to get the ball back to their offense here. Not even outside of the red zone. Our River Rouge.
Jackson in the gun. He's got Clark there to his left. 3 receivers bunched up to the top of your screen. Now they're going to break away. Philip Mulligan now moving to the top of your screen. Play clock running down here on the Panthers. Their sideline screaming to snap the ball. Jackson gets it off in time. Tries it quick out there. The pass is complete to Scott Wiley. He's going to make it across the 25.
Two decently strong plays from the Panthers offense. Defense, though, not giving them easy targets.
Only a gain of 3 there on the play. Is going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here for the Panthers. Clock continues to run. 11:20 remaining here in the third. First possession of the second half for the Panthers. Looking to even it up. Big 3rd down stop here for the Pilots coming up. Jackson in the gun. Jackson takes, he looks, he's going to throw. He's got a man wide open there. Amari Fullalove makes the catch at the 35, brings it out to the 40 before he is brought down there by Jaden Mott.
Mott, the freshman, making an impressive start on varsity defense this second half, showing he can still run with the best of them.
So the pass results in a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Panthers on their own 41-yard line. Again, they're moving the ball through the air. Not much happening on the ground here for the Panthers this afternoon. All of their yards through the air, including their touchdown. Jackson sits in the gun. He looks to his left. He's going to float one out there. He's got a man again. It's full of love. He's going to catch that ball at around the 45-yard line. They're going to say now the 44. Gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 here for the Panthers. Again, the quick air attack, finding guys available while they're in the flat. Pilot DB's not so much pressing. A lot of room out there to make the catch here for these Panthers.
Rouge's offense slowly moving the ball down the field here to start in the second half.
Pilots have not put too much pressure on Jackson here. No blitzes. The one blitz they had resulted in a 15-yard sack early in the first quarter. Again, Jackson back. Here comes some pressure. It's a screen, middle screen. That pass is caught by William Hobbs. Hobbs is going to make a distance. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Damian King gets there a step too late. The middle screen to Hobbs. Right down through the middle, through the heart of the Pilot defense. He ran by everybody. And the Panthers are a point after away from tying this ball game.
The way the DeLaSalle defense is going to start out that second half, that was a good play there from the River Rouge offense.
No, it was not, but you got to give it to River Rouge. That was terrific blocking down the center, letting the defense get a hand.
First screen pass of the afternoon for the Panthers. Set up beautifully. Great touch pass there by Jackson to Hobbs. And now Granbury will attempt the crucial point after. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:13 remaining to play here in the second half, the Panthers take their first possession of the second half. They come down, they get the equalizer. We're tied at 14 here at St. John Baptist de La Salle Field. Again, a big thank you to our De La Salle community for your support of the Save Club Clothing Drive. Your generosity helps the lives of our LaSallian mission of service while making a real difference in the lives of others. And attention 8th graders, applications for admissions to De La Salle are now open. Be sure to submit your application early, and don't forget, families must complete the application before applying for financial aid. Visit delasallehs.com to get started in your pilot journey and become collegiate committed today. And a reminder to all 8th graders, don't miss your chance to take the high school placement test at De La Salle Collegiate. It's your first step towards becoming a pilot. Register online today and see why De La Salle is the leader in academics, service, and brotherhood. Granbury's kickoff. Muffed there by it, and eventually it is picked up by King. Off the helmet now, and now the Pilots are buried deep inside their 5-yard line.
This will be one of the first real tests for Grayson Thurston and his offense, trying to get out into the flats, get a first down, have a little more breathing room to start this drive.
High kickoff there by Granbury, goes off the helmet, was back, and Damian King managed to scurry over and save that ball from ending up in the hands of River Rouge. But the Pilots now are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line. We're going to see Anthony Batani checking in here for the Pilots into the Wildcat. Batani's going to take the high snap. He's just going to plow himself forward. He gets out to the 5-yard line before being brought down, giving the Pilots a little bit of breathing room. I expect he'll stay out there for one more.
Good run there. O-line trying to block for as long as they can. Trying to clear that gap for them. Forced them outside a little bit. Great job by the Panthers defense on that play.
Gain of 2, so it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 here for the Pilots. Again, pinned deep in their own territory. Batani in at quarterback. Walker, though, to his right. He's going to take it. And he's just going to go straight to the middle, and he's got room. Batani through the middle. Nobody's there, and now it's a foot race. Batani across midfield. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Batani goes all the way. Touchdown, Pilots. Great lead blocking up front there by the Pilots offensive line. Just looking to create a little bit of space as the Pilots were pinned back. And a 95-yard run by Anthony Batani. And he puts the Pilots ahead.
Well, you knew the line was going to strike sometime in this second half and on this drive, and they certainly did. Wide open gap. Great run by Batani there.
And what I liked about that, too, is that Walker was in the backfield with him, and he kind of faked the pitch to Walker before Batani went straight ahead. Hesitated at the line just for a second before sprinting through a wide open hole, and nobody on the Panthers defense able to catch him. Panthers do have an injured player down back at their own 40, back at the Pilot 40-yard line. Looks like a young man dealing with some cramps there as they stretch out his legs. Came up hobbling, trying to catch Batani. Stretching out the hamstrings. But that is exactly what the Pilots needed. After the Panthers came down and got the equalizer to start the second half, a quick strike here by the Pilots. And they're back in the lead.
Excellent job by this Pilots offense. Really getting things going here to start the second half.
And the young man there for the Panthers being helped off the field. And turn now lined up here for the point after.
Cartier Scott Wiley, the player being escorted off the field.
Could be a big turn of events for the Pilots as it was a high snap on the point after. Great hands, though, by Damian King to pull the snap down into the open foot of Tur. Kick is up and good, so with 8:14 remaining here in the third, Pilots retake the lead, 21-14. This could be a big injury here for River Rouge. Cartier Scott Wiley came up limping. Either pulled a hamstring or was just dealing with a cramp issue. One of the defensive backs as he was trying to chase down Anthony Batani. He's been a big receiving threat here for River Rouge. So he's going to sit down here for a few minutes. So with him out of the lineup, it's one less weapon that Bryce Jackson's going to have on his offense when they step back out here in a second.
So far in the second half, we've had two big plays, each from the offenses of these football teams. Let's see how River Rouge can bounce back for that great play by Anthony Batani.
Tur set to kick it away. Taken by Stallworth there at the 2. Crosses the 10 up to the 15. Shakes away from one tackle there. Cuts across the field. Cuts back up. Good return here by Stallworth as he's across the 35 to the 37-yard line before finally being wrestled down. John Birch with the tackle there for the Pilots, but a big return here for the Panthers. Just what they ordered up here, down 7.
De La Salle's defense going to have to stay strong here, as if they do not, they will not win this football game.
They place the ball at the 38. That's where the Panthers will take over here, 1st and 10. Jackson's going to take it under center. He takes, he's going to hand the ball up to the left side there for Antoine Clark. Clark's going to fight his way down past the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers.
Pilots defense not allowing much yardage on this play. They're going to have to stay strong. They have a lead, and they want to conserve it as much as they can for the remainder of this game.
Run defense has been very effective today for the Pilots. River Rouge doing all of their offensive damage through the air. Jackson under center. He's got Clark there in the backfield. Jackson takes, looks to throw, gets hit as he throws, nearly picked off by Joey Marasco. Marasco read the play. They nearly got to Jackson through the line there. Great up-front pressure by Will Huskin. Huskin in Jackson's face, forced him to throw it early. Marasco nearly got a hand on it for the pick. And if he gets his hand on it, guys, there's 6 points in front of him. So it's still going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Will Hobbs moves in motion. He moves into the slot. And we're going to get a whistle here. We're going to get a flag. There's going to be a delay of game call here on River Rouge, taking too long to set up.
The little mistakes that are going to push River Rouge back on this drive.
Crucial mistake there is going to push him back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up now 3rd and 11. Ball placed down the 37. 3rd and 11 now for the Panthers. Nate Stallworth, the top wide receiver to the top of your screen. Alone on an island. He'll go against King. There's a snap pass across the middle to him. He catches it, shakes away from the tackle from Batani before he is finally wrestled down there by Terrell Turner. Stallworth was cutting across the middle, caught a high pass. But a good job on the Pilots. Stallworth broke the tackle to swarm afterwards, not getting any more yards. And that 5-yard penalty proves costly as the Panthers are going to have to punt it away.
That's what the Pilots' defense needed there. A stand, protecting the ball, trying to get the ball back into the hands of Grayson Thurston.
.6:15 remaining to play here in the 3rd quarter. Pilots with the big stop. See, low snap, rolling, short punt. Ball's going to bounce at the 40-yard line. Take a little bit of a Panther roll. It'll be downed at the 34. And that is where the Pilots will take over, 1st and 10. So just what the doctor ordered. Pilots defense gets a stop after retaking the lead. Anthony Batani last series. Pilots pinned back inside at their own 5. Batani with the 95-yard quarterback run straight up the gut into the end zone for the Pilots to retake the lead. And now Grayson Thurston steps back in at quarterback for the Pilots. He's got Walker to his left. Official timeout on the field. Michael Walker having to go out. Looks like an equipment issue. Thurston in the gun. He takes, nearly getting the Panthers to jump. Good hard count here by the Pilots. Brady Bullock checks in at running back. Fakes the throw. There across there to Jackson Tour. He cuts across, catches it across the 40. Gain is 6 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4 here for the Pilots.
Pilots here could capitalize on this possession, getting a touchdown or even a field goal. Getting up by 2 possessions would be very good for this football team.
Bullock stays in the game. Now he takes it. He goes straight up the middle. Gets a good block there. Steps away. Gets tripped up. Short gain there. Gain of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Pilots.
Not desperation time for the Pilots, but also not a guaranteed 1st down.
Bullock's just going to go again. He's going to get it. Straight on through the teeth of that defense, through the line. They're still pushing him down past the 45 all the way to midfield. They're going to mark him down, though, at the 49-yard line. But the 6-yard gain is going to give the Pilots a 1st down.
Brady Bullock, strong kid, powering through that defense.
Bullock there with the strong couple of runs here. Second offensive series for the Pilots. Thurston fakes run back to throw. Caught there by King as he comes across the middle. He's going to take it across midfield down to the other 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Pilots. Clock continues to run. 4:35 remaining here in the third. Pilots up 21-14. Bullock again crashes right through the middle. Bullock with another strong 5-yard gain as he barrels through the teeth of that defensive line. And that's going to be another 1st down here for the Pilots. Pilot offense getting up to the line quickly, getting the handoff and moving the sticks. Thurston checks the sideline for a new play, has it in. Michael Walker now back in at running back. They crash down. Walker again up the middle. He's going to find a quick seam up past the 40 to the 35-yard line. He's going to get pushed back. They're going to mark him down at the 36. Daniel Rayford on the tackle there for the Panthers. 2nd down and 7. Pilots again to the line quickly. Walker again attacking the middle part of that line. He's going to get the good push up past the 1st down marker, or right at the 1st down marker, before they blow the whistle dead. They're going to mark him down just shy of the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and a short 1. Pilots again get to the line quickly. And again, Walker's just going to take it straight up the middle for 5 yards, and he's going to get the 1st down. Pilots moving the ball quickly here on the ground, getting 5-6 yards at a time. Taking up a good chunk of the play clock, which is stopped right now to move the sticks, and it'll continue to run. 3:12 remaining here in the third. Pilots up 21-14, looking to add.
Pilots offense on a roll right now. We'll see what River Rouge is going to try to do to stop it.
Now Anthony Batani at running back. I think we all know.
We're going to get a whistle here. And we're going to get a River Rouge timeout. One of the River Rouge players was sick. One of the linebackers, unfortunately, throwing up right there in the middle of St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. Very hot, warm day, 85 degrees.
Definitely not a situation you want to see out here.
This field gets very warm, especially now here in the fading sunlight. The sun directly in the eyes here of us in the press box. But not in the eyes of the people sitting on the roofs off of Autumn Lane watching the game from across the street. Gotta love it.
They are having a good time up there.
It's been a great atmosphere here. A sold-out St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. Extra stands were brought in. You can see the Bro Zone there in the top left portion of your screen. Pep band leading the team out from the school down across the campus onto the field for Homecoming 2025. Just been a really good atmosphere here all day today. Pilots looking to add to it. Batani now checking in at quarterback. He's going to take it. Now he's going to keep it himself. Looked for the outside, cut back inside, though. Good, strong run by Batani. He's going to pick up 9. He's going to pick up a 2nd down and 1 here. Pilots now starting to expose the interior line of River Rouge, starting to get some big pushes up front in the running game. Bullock stays in at running back. Thurston back out now at quarterback. 2nd down and short. They hit Bullock now. This time they're ready for him. They come right across. Bullock's going to lose a yard.
And Micah Walker back into the game, as well as Will Cartwright. Looks like he is reporting as a tight end.
Batani now back in at quarterback. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4 here for the Pilots. You expect the Pilots to keep the ball on the ground here, trying to get a good push up. Let's see what happens. Batani fakes the throw. Now he's going to take it. He goes right through the teeth of the offense, breaks it to the outside, breaks a tackle, stiff arm. He's got one man to beat, though, across the 10-yard line, but it's going to be good enough for a 1st down. Great strong run there by Batani. Went straight through the middle, bounced it off to the outside. Good stiff arm. Broke it all the way back down. Pilot run game really showing life here in the second half. Batani's going to stay in the game. He's going to have Walker here to his right. 1st and goal here from the Pilots from the 9. Batani takes. Walker nearly fumbled it, but he's going to pick it up, and he's going to battle his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Batani and Walker nearly fumbled the snap. Walker managed to take it, though, got a quick step up, went right through the middle of that defensive line and into the end zone for a touchdown. Great push there up front by the Pilot offensive line. Pilots doing all of their damage on the ground in the last 2 series, and they're an extra point away from doubling up the Panthers.
I mean, oh my goodness, what a run game the Pilots have had, especially in this 3rd quarter. Get right into the end zone there, and now trying to make it a 14-point game.
We made it a point here at the pregame. The Pilots desperate to get the running game going.
Needless to say, they've done just that. Gaps have been opening up. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Pilots starting to wear down that River Rouge line. A lot of players going both ways here for both teams. It'll be an endurance game here. We're seeing players throwing up on the field. Very hot afternoon here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. 85 degrees up here. It's another 5 degrees warmer down at field level, so 90 degrees right now at field level. Very warm afternoon, even as the sun starts to set here in the city of Warren for our first ever homecoming game here on the Warren campus. Only the 2nd varsity game ever held here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. The first one held back in 2021. It was the COVID-shortened football season. Pilots played host to Oak Park in the state semifinal game, an outdoor game played here in January where game time temperature was a balmy 25 degrees. Tour here to kick it away for the Pilots. And he's going to squib it down there, too, trying to create some commotion. Ball's going to be picked up there by Justin Cummings. He's going to get to the outside. He's got some space, got some room, finally being pushed out of bounds by Deano Essick. But a good, solid return there by Justin Cummings, setting up the Panthers in Pilot territory.
Good run there by Justin Cummings right there. Pilots defense really got to buckle down now.
So the squib kick did not go the Pilots' way, hoping for a high bounce. Trying to create a little bit of confusion. Instead, it backfires a little bit, and the Panthers are going to take over inside Pilot territory at the 42-yard line. Pilot defense held to a punt, the last possession here for the Panthers. Elijah Williams, number 13, now at quarterback here for the Panthers. He steps in now for Jackson. He's going to take back a look. He's going to throw to the sidelines. It was caught immediately by Nate Stallworth, but he was immediately hit. It was Jaden Mott there on the tackle, all over it. Stallworth had nowhere to go the second he caught that ball. He was tackled. Yards after catch, a concern here for the Pilot defense. Panthers eating up a lot of yardage up in the air, especially in YACs.
Mott's been having a good game, being able to lock down these receivers, make tackles.
Williams stays in at quarterback. Jackson just standing on the sidelines. It doesn't appear to be injured. Here's a catch there by Scott Wiley, which is good to see him back in the lineup. He came up hobbling on the Batani 95-yard run, was sidelined, would look like a hamstring injury. So it looks like he's back and healthy. Good sign there for the Panthers. He's going to step off the field, though, for a quick break. He broke a couple of tackles. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short here for the Panthers. But the clock's going to run out. So here we are, the end of the 3rd quarter. Pilots up 28-14. We got 12 more minutes to play here at St. John Baptist de La Salle Field.
Attention, all De La Salle alumni and friends of the school. Become a guiding light as a member of the Brother George Sign-In Plan Giving Society. Your gift to De La Salle can become a part of your estate plan that benefits the school. There are a number of options, from donating insurance plans or investments to gifting real estate. Create a lasting legacy at De La Salle by setting up a planned gift. For more information on how to make a planned gift, please contact DLS Alumni Director Vito Churko at 586-541-6211 or visit him by email.
De La Salle Collegiate invites all prospective students and families to our annual open house on Sunday, November 16th from noon to 3 p.m. Come explore the brand new Steve and Kathy McShane STEM Innovation Center, meet the dedicated faculty and staff, and discover why De La Salle is committed to educating the whole student, mind, body, and spirit. November 16th, Sunday from noon to 3 p.m. Plenty of time to check out the Lions game later that evening. And attention 8th graders, the annual Roger Ziemba Math Scholarship Competition will take place Monday, November 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. Thanks to the generosity of Mr. Ziemba, a class of 1972, scholarship awards have grown to an incredible $60,000. Don't miss your chance to test your skills and earn big for your future at De La Salle Collegiate. You can register today at the school's website at delasallehs.com. All right, here we go for the start of the 4th quarter. Williams still in there at quarterback. He's going to roll out to his right. The pass is out there. It's caught by Scott Wiley. Whistles and flags down. A flag is down on the field. It's going to be an illegal shift. Too many men moving on the line of scrimmage there.
Scott Wiley looked like he got the line before the ball was snapped while he was in motion.
Penalty's going to back him up now. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7 for River Rouge. 11:56 here to play in the 4th. Pilots up 28-14. And here we go. Bryce Jackson now checking back into the game for the Panthers at quarterback. Jackson's got it now. He's going to get some pressure, and he's going to go down, and he's going to get sacked. Jaden Davis came right on through unabated, and now Jackson is down.
Quarterback definitely looks to be in some pain here.
A 10-yard sack in the backfield for the Pilots. Jackson is down, and now another player, looks like also dealing with either a hamstring or a cramp issue, also down here for the Panthers. And Davies came in unabated. Very hard hit there on Jackson. Clean hit. Went down very hard. It's still very warm down here at field level.
Definitely do not want to see this in the middle of a football game.
It's been a hard-fought game here on both sides. Jackson still down. Medical staff from both schools out attending to the player. So while we wait here for the injury to timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout here, and we will be right back with you here from St. John Baptist de La Salle Field. And welcome back. Jackson able to get up and walk himself off the field, though, clutching his midsection. And now as we're getting ready here for the punt, there's going to be a timeout here by the Pilots. So a quick timeout there by Coach Roan after the injury timeout. But it comes after a big play. Pilots able to sack Jackson in the backfield for a 10-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 20 for the Panthers. Pilots lead 28-14 here in the 4th. $11:41 to remain here in the final quarter. River Rouge going to kick it away. Damian King back ready to accept the punt.
De La Salle comes back on the offense here. Let's see what they can do to close out this game perfectly and get a win. We know how desperate they've been for one. They seem to be pretty close. They just got to make sure everything is perfect.
Short punt goes out around the Pilots' sidelines at the 35-yard line. 25-yard punt there by Granbury, and that is where the Pilots will take over 1st and 10.
All right, Joe Lou, what do you think River Rouge is going to have to do to come back and win?
I mean, obviously they're going to have to run their offense a little bit better than this. I mean, obviously blocking's not going as well as they would have liked. Also, those crucial injuries, especially Scott Wiley, is not going to benefit them very much. So they're going to have to use what they have to be able to create pass opportunities and run plays.
Pilots going back on the running tack here. Both Batani and Thurston out on the field, something we have not seen from the Pilots yet. But Batani takes the handoff. He breaks down the middle part of the line, breaks it down. It's going to be about a gain of 6. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4 here for the Pilots, and we got another Panther player down.
Panthers really being hammered by injuries right now.
Well, attention, Pilot Nation. Did you know that 99 years ago on September 12, 1926, De La Salle Collegiate opened its doors near Detroit City Airport to its very first students? Please save the date for next September 12th, 2026 for Mass and Open House at the De La Salle campus, and October 3rd for the 100-year gala held at the Detroit Institute of Arts. You can visit the 100-year anniversary page on the De La Salle website at delasallehs.com. Take a look at all the exciting upcoming events as the school celebrates its 100th anniversary. And join us this upcoming Thursday, October 9th, for the grand opening ceremony of the brand new Steve and Kathy McShane STEM Innovation Center. STEM Innovation Center adding the brand new Anatomage table, flight simulators, a new maker space, and a new engineering lab to help propel De La Salle biomedical sciences into the 21st century. So join us on Thursday, October 9th, for the special grand opening of the Steve and Kathy McShane STEM Innovation Center. Also, attention to Pilot parents. A link was sent out yesterday to sign up for parent-teacher conferences. Be sure to check out the link and sign up for your time slots now. Time slots will close Monday evening. And the River Rouge player able to get up and walk off the field under his own power, another good sign. Injuries starting to pile up here for the Panthers. Pilot offense staying now out on the field. Thurston in the gun. He's got Walker there to his left. Pilots have been effective on the ground here for their last 2 series. They check the line. Pilots in no hurry, but we've only played 1 minute here so far in the 4th quarter.
Sure has been a slow start.
Hand off to Walker. He looks to go over the left side. Bounces it to the outside across the 45. They're going to call him down at the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Eric Wharton.
Michael Walker's really done it all for his team today. He's gotten handoffs, he's caught a couple passes, and he's even put 6 on the board for the Pilots. He's having a good day.
Thurston handoff again. Walker just looking to go right into the teeth of the defensive line. Pushing, shoving battle happens. He's going to pick up 3 before they blow the play dead. Pilots bring the ball out to midfield. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. 10:20 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Pilots looking to increase the lead, but more importantly, just possess the ball and run that clock out. The running game has come to life here in the second half for the Pilots. Jump started by Anthony Batani's 95-yard scamper for a touchdown when he went right through the middle when the Pilots looked like they were pinned deep in their own zone. Thurston out of the gun. He's going to hand it off. He's going to hand it to Brady Bullock. Bullock across the midfield to the 45, up to the 40-yard line. Flag thrown here by the official. And it's going to be against the Pilots. It's going to be a hold against the Pilots. It's a spot foul as it happened as Bullock was rounding the corner of the line. So the 10-yard penalty is going to back them up. It's now going to be 2nd down and 12 for the Pilots. Ball placed back on the Pilots' 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout here by River Rouge. I want to thank you for joining us this evening here at St. John Baptist De La Salle Field for Homecoming 2025. Special shout out to all of our fellow pilots around the country listening to today's broadcast. Our first ever home broadcast this season from St. John Baptist De La Salle Field. Again, only the 2nd varsity football game played here in this stadium.
Really has been a 10 out of 10 day here. De La Salle, very special for sure.
Great atmosphere here. The crowd is not doing it. The cheerleaders from Regina got the crowd going. The Bro Zone was in full motion. The pep band leading the team out onto the field. Been a very special afternoon here at St. John Baptist De La Salle again. Thank you to the athletic department and the countless volunteers, especially of the CBA and the Dads Club, for making today's game a reality. All right, the Pilots head back. 9:33 remaining here in the 4th. 2nd down and 12. Pilots on their own 45. And the Pilots are going to get jumped, and they're going to get flagged for a false start. Pilots have done a pretty good job, though, this game with pre-snap penalties. Only the 2nd pre-snap penalty for the Pilots today. That's going to back them up another 5. 2nd down and 17. Ball placed on their own 40. Thurston again with a hard count. He looks back over, gets a new play in from the sideline. Jackson Tour to the top of your screen. Damian King there in the slot. Walker the running back. Wagner goes in motion. He sets. They fake. It's a quick out to King. He gets a great block there by Wagner on the outside, but he can break another one. It's going to be a short gain there. And now we're going to get a flag thrown by the side judge. Flag on the play, indication it's a hold on the outside here by the Pilots, so the Pilots continue to shoot themselves in the foot on this drive. Their 3rd penalty in a row. Now the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 27 for the Pilots.
Not the drive I assumed the Pilots had in mind, but they're going to have to make this work in 2 downs. Coach Roan trying to come up with a big play for this one.
Clock continues to tick. 9:10 remaining here in the fourth. Pilots up 28-14. Thurston in the gun. And more movement up front here. It's going to be a false start against the Pilots. Fourth penalty in a row here for the Pilots, and they just continue to back up. So now it's 2nd and 32. Ball is now placed on the 25-yard line. Clock, though, continue to tick. 8:45 remaining here in the fourth. Thurston under pressure. Steps up. He's going to launch one deep downfield. Tipped ball, incomplete.
That was intended for freshman number 48, Gavin Bach. He's been playing very well on the JV team and actually has been getting a few plays on the varsity roster.
Thurston under pressure. Hasn't been under pressure too much in this game. Had to kind of throw one up there. Bach, the only man in there, nearly tipped it, though, to Damian King, who was hustling over. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and forever for the Pilots. Thurston in the gun. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. It's going to take, they're actually just going to hand the ball off to Walker. Walker's up in the middle. He breaks one tackle, 2 across the 40 down to the 47. Now here's an interesting call. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 here for the Pilots, but the punting unit's going to come out on the field. Oh, sorry, 15 yards. I'm looking at the wrong stick, fellas. I'm sorry. Going to be 4th and 15 here for the Pilots. They will punt it away. Jackson Tours set to send it away.
Now it's time for this De La Salle defense to really get a stop here and get that offense back on the field here as this game closes out. They do not want to make this game be close.
Stallworth back here for the Panthers to accept the punt. Tours sends it away. The punt's going to bounce over at the 20, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. 40-yard punt there by Tour. So we play the field position game, and with 7:37 remaining here in the fourth, the Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Here's when we might start seeing some modifications to the defense, trying to get these guys in, get their chance at stopping this Panthers offense. But at this point, I think their defense is trying to stop them for one more drive, and then they might start putting the younger guys in.
Again, starting quarterback Bryce Jackson knocked out of this game. Number 13, Elijah Williams, now in at quarterback. He did do one series earlier in the third. Rouge still not having the right personnel out on the field as William Hobbs runs in late. Play clock winding down. Williams takes it, fakes the handoff, looks, throws to the sidelines. The pass is caught. Great catch there by Cartier Scott Wiley. He hauls it in, though, for a short gain of 4. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6 here for the Panthers. Wiley did go out of bounds to stop the clock. 7:28 remaining. Pilots up 2 scores, 28-14.
Pilots offense definitely been thriving in this second half, trying to get their defense to make another stop here. About midway through the fourth quarter.
Panthers doing all their damage here in the air against the Pilots today. Have not much had of a run attack. Williams takes fakes. Now he's trying to scramble and get out of there. He backs up straight into a tackle. Anthony Batani was right in there, keeping Williams from escaping. A loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 12 here for the Panthers.
Looks like William Hobbs Jr. is going to come in for the role of quarterback.
Third and 12.
Pilots defense now trying to get another sack. The crowd wants it. The people on their roof want it. Down to one person want it.
And we're going to get another timeout here by River Rouge. Their second timeout of the half. Sorry, their third timeout of the half. River Rouge using their final timeout. They're pinned deep. It's 3rd and 12, deep in their own territory. 6:31 remaining here in the fourth. Again, De La Salle Collegiate invites all prospective students and families to our annual open house on Sunday, November 16th. Come explore our brand new Steve and Kathy McShane STEM Innovation Center, meet our dedicated faculty and staff, and discover why De La Salle is committed to educating the whole student, both mind, body, and spirit. Attention 8th graders, the 3rd annual Roger Ziemba Math Scholarship Competition will take place on Monday, November 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. here at De La Salle Collegiate. Thanks to the generosity of Mr. Ziemba, the class of 1972, scholarships awards have grown to an incredible $60,000. Don't miss your chance to test your skills and earn big money for your future here at De La Salle Collegiate. You can register today on the website at delasallehs.com. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12 here for the Panthers. Williams in the gun. He takes. Looks to his left. Now he just kind of throws one up. Short throw. Pass wobbled and fell well short of its intended target. Pass was incomplete.